Rick, please.
Oh, thank you. That was as good as introduction as I've heard from a Green Party candidate in a long time, so I really appreciate that. That was great. You know, it's funny, when I think back about how I got involved in politics, the one thing that comes immediately to my mind is it's probably about 13, maybe 14 years old, and in front of my home, I watched a car drive by, and the car stopped, trunk opened, and out of the trunk came 2 lawn signs. And they were for a municipal campaign. They went up on the house right across the street from me, and they went up across the street next to them. And I have to be honest, that absolutely just transformed me in terms of, like, what did that mean? What did those lawn signs actually represent? And how did that, how was it so important that these people had to have their names on a piece of paper or cardboard and put up in front of a home? And there was a municipal election. I found out who the individual was, actually went to their office, helped them out, put some, stuffed some envelopes, and went in one of those cars and put some lawn signs up and saw that individual actually get elected. And followed that individual's career for the next few years at City Council and realized within a matter of years how easy of a process it is to be involved in politics in this country. From watching a lawn sign be inserted across the street from me to running for City Council when I was 25 years old in 1991, getting elected, serving there for a couple of terms, then having the opportunity to work at Queen's Park for 5 years as a staff person, and then actually finding out that I still had an interest in running in politics and running as a member of the Conservative Party in St. Catharines in the 2006 election. And, you know, when people ask me about, you know, how did you, especially Calvin Art's here, teacher from St. Catharines, and he has me into his classroom each and every year to talk to the grade 10 students. And all of, you know, I can speak there for 15 or 20 minutes, and I can tell, just looking at the classroom, which 1, 2, or 3 individuals are captivated by this in that same sort of way. So, you know, I take heart that in every classroom I walk into, and every one that I walk out of, there is always a couple of kids who find what you're talking about fascinating and become interested in it. And, you know, when I sort of look back on that from a young person's perspective, I thought, geez, like, I thought I would be a lot more interested, and I was involved in sports and all that through high school. You know, I kept my politics secret. I didn't tell anybody that I was actually involved because I wasn't sure how, you know, it would imply itself upon all my buddies at school, only to find out that it is it's a fascinating part of Canada to be involved in, because you can do so little at the beginning to become so involved in this process and have an influence on it. And, you know, as a conservative, you know, we actually believe in, I think, 3 fundamental things that are important. One is individual responsibility. The second is to ensure that we do not have large government, that we have a smaller government that allows individuals to express themselves and actually grow in that capacity. And the other is to have fiscal management in the same way that we would have fiscal management within our own homes. And I think that, you know, breeds compassion, it breeds thoughtfulness, and it breeds, I think, what you know, our party has stood for over the last 5.5 years in terms of working through this economic recession, about putting forward a platform that has Canada on the center and front stage in terms of where we are with our economy and how many people we've been able to keep working, and to make sure that we're not just helping those at the very top of the scale, we're helping those that need it the most, that may be closer to the bottom of the scale. So I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I really look forward to speaking here this evening. It feels great. Thank you.
Thank you. 2 for 2 on time.